Hey everybody. So I don't know, I haven't caught y'all up since I had my first chemo. It's been kind of a long week. Feels like it was 2 weeks ago that I had my chemo. So I thought that I would try to do a video because it's probably going to be a lot easier for me to do that than to write everything down and post it in the Caring Bridge. So I'm going to start making these videos and I will post a link to them in the Caring Bridge site. Just because it's very, very exhausting even for me just to take a shower. So today what you're seeing is really kind of false because this is probably the first day I've put makeup on and I don't even remember when. I sure don't usually fix my hair, but I thought today I've had a lot more energy this morning, so I said, well, my hair's not gonna be here for a couple more weeks, so because they said week 3 it'll start falling out. So I'm preparing myself for that. I have taken my picture and put it in the Bald app on my phone so that I can get an idea of what I'll look like so the shock value won't be so hard. Some people that have had this have gotten their hair cut in a pixie cut short hairstyle, because they said it was easier to have shorter hairs falling out than longer hairs, and it didn't get knotted up or anything, which evidently is very irritating. The other thing they said is it didn't hurt their scalp as much because evidently your hair doesn't just fall out, your scalp actually starts to hurt. So I can't cut it because I can't go to the salon because of COVID. Yay. So yeah, this is probably the last you'll see my hair. This is next week. I'll have my second treatment on the 22nd, I think. And they said after that treatment is usually when everything starts to come out. So, yep, I'm gonna rock the bald look. I don't think I'm gonna wear any wigs because it's summer and it's hot as hell, and I don't want to. I know they're not going to be comfortable, and I can't afford a wig that's going to look realistic enough for me to be happy with it. So I'm just going to go with it and grasp the bald look. So we'll see what happens with that. I probably will end up shaving it when it starts coming out, just because most people say that it's very, very patchy, and you'll have bald spots in different places. So I don't really want that. So I'll probably will shave it. I might take a video of it. I told the boys I'd let them help me. I don't know. Lucas may not want to. He didn't seem too keen on the idea. But, so today is day 9 out of 112 days of chemo. I'm doing 16 weeks. I'll get an infusion every other week. The first 4 infusions are adriamycin and Cytoxan. The adriamycin they actually call the Red Devil because it's really, really bad, and that's the one that usually causes the hair loss. I haven't had much stomach problems. I actually was kind of disappointed because, as you can see, since I have not been able to do any physical activity since the beginning of May, I've gained a shit ton of weight. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been able to work out because every single week, other than this is like the first week that I've had that I don't have a doctor's appointment and I'm not being cut or poked or something. So I haven't been able to work out. And I've just been eating whatever the hell I wanted to, basically because I thought that once I started chemo, I wasn't going to be able to eat, but that has not been the case this time. Now, everybody says wait till the second time because second time, the more you get the treatments, evidently it gets worse and worse. Now, I did have some metal mouth. I also had what they call numb tongue, which it's actually a little bit better now, but like the third or fourth day I had this feeling, and it actually, the best way to describe it is it feels like you've burnt your tongue on some hot food, except it's not painful. It just is numb and you can't taste anything. So, but that's actually gotten better. Now the metal mouth, it doesn't bother me for the most part unless I'm drinking water. For some reason, just plain water I can't drink anymore. So I'm having to add some type of citrus drops to it, lemon or lime juice. And then I'm eating oranges. I'm trying to be healthy so I can fight this, but it's hard, especially with all of y'all sending chocolates and stuff, because I can't not eat it. I'm not gonna lie, that if you send chocolate to my house, I'm probably gonna eat it, and the boys will help me. So the main issues that I've had with the first treatment has been my energy level. And you can't tell it by today, but I'm not one to sleep in the middle of the day. If the sun's up, generally I can't sleep, which is why I could never work night shifts. But I have been sleeping during the day. Some days I'll wake up and I'm like, I don't feel anything. I don't even feel like I've had any treatment. But then a few hours in and I've done too much, which too much for me now means I've taken a shower and fixed something for myself for lunch or dinner, or walked to the mailbox, or gone up and down the stairs too many times, which that's very difficult for me. Being somebody who's always been active, dancing and working out, that's been the hardest thing for me, because I can't do the things that I want to do. I thought that I'd be able to still sit and do my crafts. I'm like, great, I'm going to get all this stuff done, and I'm going to make money doing that, since I can't work for a year because of COVID. But that has been the case. For some reason, my dexterity is not great. I don't think I have neuropathy yet. I probably will have it by the end of all of this, but my hands are shaky. Like, I can't hold a heavy glass. I have to use two hands, so that's difficult, especially being the nurse. I'm not used to being on this side of things, so everything that I've seen my patients go through, I'm now experiencing myself. The other issues that I've had as far as side effects have been, the worst has been the headaches, which I wasn't prepared for that. I mean, you hear people talk about chemotherapy, you hear them talking about being tired, and you hear about them talking about having nausea and vomiting issues, but I haven't had any of that. I've had horrible headaches. And then the day after my treatment, I have to get a shot that's called Udenica. It's another version of Neulasta. You may have seen that ads for that on the TV. So what happens is I get that the day after my infusion, and it's supposed to help keep my white blood cells normal and keep them from dropping. Because obviously that's a big concern, especially during these times, but even in non-pandemic times, that's a big issue. Any colds, you know, can be very bad for me. So I have to get that. I can't wear the patch like most people can. Usually they get the chemo and they stick that Neulasta patch on their arm. And it slowly is given to you through that system, but I'm allergic to adhesives, so I can't do that. And I wasn't having as many problems with my skin being allergic to these things until all of this started back when I had my first biopsies. I've always been able to use that clear, transparent dressings without having any problems. But that time around, couldn't do it. Everywhere that thing touched, it was red. So I'm gonna have to have it when they access my port, which it's right here. So what they do is they put a needle, it's called a Huber needle, it's kind of at a right angle, and they stick it in there. And they put a dressing over it because it's got to be kept sterile, because it literally goes around to my heart. But that's okay. I want that because the chemotherapy is really bad on your veins, and my veins are really good. I don't want them to start having trouble with them. So they weren't able to access it the first time last week because evidently it's tilted, which is very ironic because I had a patient that I've been seeing for several years, and when I first started seeing her, I was going out there to do access on her port because she was getting nutrition through it. But she had the same issues, which I'd never had that problem before in all my nursing years until I had that patient. So I already knew how to access it that way, and when they went to put it in, after the 6 people had tried to put it in, I told them, I'm like, it's probably tilted, y'all. Y'all need to go in at a different angle. And me being the patient, they didn't want to listen to me, which I don't blame them. Being a nurse and having to, if a patient told me something, I don't know if I'd listen either. I hope I would, but I don't know. But so they ended up going in my vein in my arm, which I did not want. Luckily, they did it in the crook of my arm where it's much bigger, so much less likely of having any problems. But I'm really hoping that the port will work okay from now on, because just after that infusion, the site where they had the IV was tender. The vein was tender. So just from that little bit that was in the vein, kind of made it not feel very good at all. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. So the bone pain has also been a really bad thing from the Udenica, which is expected. And they actually tell you to take Claritin the day of your injection and then 4 days after that. And they said they swear by it. I'm on the IBC, Inflammatory Breast Cancer Facebook page, and all of the women on that page said, yeah, it really worked. Well, it didn't work for me. So luckily I still had some lower tab left from my surgeries. So I had to take that. I didn't want to take it during the day. I tried to hang on to just take it at night so that I could sleep. And just to double up on it, I took a Phenergan so I would get sleepy. But I thought that was going to be it. But then I started having muscle spasms, which I wasn't expecting at all. I thought I'd pulled my back or something. I was walking around and I couldn't do anything. I still can't. I can't clean the kitchen up. I can't do dishes. I can't stand up to put my makeup on. My back just starts having spasms and it sucks. I'm not gonna lie. But they called me in some Flexeril yesterday, so that's helping. Speaking of help, I've had a lot of people ask how they can help. I've already received so much help from everybody and we really, really, truly appreciate it. Especially Matt. He's only working 3 days this week and then 2 days next week. They, because of COVID, are trying to not have as many people in the office at one time. So this week he'll work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Next week he'll work Tuesday, Thursday, and they switch off like that. So I'm basically on the meal train. I'm putting days down for the days that he works to mainly make it easier for him, because I can't. I can't cook, and all of us are really sick of takeout. We're sick of pizza and we're sick of hamburgers. So the food that everybody has brought out so far, you have no idea how much that helps. Just because it gives us a different variety of foods to eat, because we're really sick of the other stuff. And then it also, just to see some relief on Matt's face, it's good, because he's putting so much pressure on himself to take care of me and the boys and the money. Did I mention can't work for a year? I'm trying to make masks and stuff to make some extra money. So if you know anybody that needs a mask, let me up. No, I'm in the process of making them. So, if anybody wants to sign up for the meal train, there's a link on the Caring Bridge page, along with a link for an Amazon wish list, which I'm not gonna lie, I feel really weird asking people for things. It's not in my nature. It's very awkward, but everybody has wanted to do something to help, and I know everybody can't bring a meal. And to tell you the truth, there are things that I need for chemo. I will need some things for my surgery and for radiation when that time comes that I'll put on the list. But I ain't got no money. So if it's something that you really want to do, I'm not asking you to do it, but if you're wanting to help, that is one of the ways that you can help. I've got little caps and other scarves and bandanas on there that I've put on the wish list. I only have 3 caps right now, and they're really supposed to be used to sleep in. I did buy a hat. Actually, it looks a lot like the one that Anne-Marie wears. It's a straw hat. You'll see it. But so yeah, I need hats. And no offense, the ones that I've put on the wish list, I've got them for a reason, because they're made out of bamboo. So they're going to be softer on my scalp, especially after my hair first falls out, because it's going to be so tender. And then I've got some other hats that are just cute that I can wear in the summer because they're light enough, but I can also wear them in the fall and winter. So if there's also things on there like the Queasy Pops, hopefully I don't know if I'm going to need them or not. I'm hoping. I mean, I don't really want to have nausea and vomiting, but I would like to have a decreased appetite. Because I don't have any clothes that I can wear right now. I can't fit into anything. So yeah, that's a thing. There's also some makeup items that I'm going to need. I've gotten some magnetic eyelashes already before my eyelashes fall out, but they're already starting to get pretty thin. But yeah, my eyebrows are going to fall out as well. And so I probably will start wearing makeup more often, just because not having the distinguishing features on your face is very weird to look at. Everybody I've talked to that's been through this has said the same thing. So all my makeup artist friends out there, if you have better ideas than what I've put on that list, let me know. I'm not worried about the eyelashes. I can get those on, no problem. But the eyebrows, drawing them on myself, I don't know how that's gonna go. I mean, I am an artist, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyways, I guess that's all I wanted to cover. I can't think of anything else. So yeah, those 2 links, the meal train and the Amazon wish list, are both on the Caring Bridge page. They're under the ways to help section. And y'all can share this with whoever you want to. I don't care. And like I said, please don't think I'm just asking for stuff. I'm not expecting people to buy me things. If you're going to help me, it might as well be something that's really going to help. So anyways, one thing I'm asking is don't buy me any turbans, because I'm not going to wear them. It's just not me. So I'm not going to wear those. I will wear the scarves. I will wear the hats, but I don't think I'm going to wear a turban. So anyway, no offense if anybody's worn them, but it's just not me. So I'm gonna try to rock the bald look. I may change my mind when I see the shape of my head, but I don't know. But yeah, so take a good look, because this is probably the last you'll see of it. My roots have grown out. Of course, it's time to get them done, and there's no point in that. And I can't go anyways because it's not safe. So say a prayer for me and the boys. We just got the news from Arlington schools today, what their plan is. They're going to have staggered days. On Mondays, they will stay home and do computer learning, and then they will stagger depending on their alphabet, their last name. So they'll actually go to the school, I think, 2 days of the week. And that's if we let them go back. They're supposed to wear masks in all the common areas, but it didn't include the classroom. So I'm like, don't really see the point in that, because they're going to be closer to each other in the classroom, and if the door's shut, the air's not going to, it's just all going to be in the same place. So I would think you'd actually need it more in the classroom, but I'm not making the rules. They're also offering online courses, but the caveat to that is if you do it, you have to do it the entire fall semester. So you can't change your mind. So if there was some magic miracle that the pandemic went away, if the boys were doing online learning, they'd have to do it at least through Christmas. And they can't do any of their fine arts classes if they do that route. So with both of the boys being in the fine arts, which I'm really, really happy they are, because I feel like I've passed something on to them. But Logan has really gotten into film and video, and he wants to do that. He wants to go to a college that has a good program. So him being a senior, I just don't think I can keep him out of school and not let him advance. And then Lucas, you know, he plays violin. He won't be able to do that if, or anything else that you have to be in person. They will only do mainly the core subjects. So I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm glad the way they staggered them. I know they're doing the best that they can with a really shitty situation. But they're saying that the parents need to check the kids' temperatures every morning. Well, that's all well and good if they actually have a fever from anything. But 9 times out of 10, people who have it don't know they have it. They're not going to have fever. So that's kind of pointless if you ask me. And not to mention, I don't trust some of the parents to not send their kids to school. Just because you've seen it. All of you have seen it. The kids that have perfect attendance, or a lot of them, not saying all of them, but a lot of them came to school sick and got my kid sick. My kid had to miss school because you had to have your perfect attendance. So I don't see that working for me. I don't think, I've seen so many parents at the Kroger here not wearing masks with their kids, or with them not wearing masks, like nothing's going on. So do I believe that those same kids of those parents are going to wear masks around my kids? I'm not thinking they are, because, you know, you have to lead by example. And unless the school makes them, I don't see them doing it. I mean, they'll make them wear it in the common areas, the hallways and stuff, but they're not going to make them wear them in the classroom, which I know other school systems have the same issue at Germantown, but it's putting us in a really hard spot because I don't want to die, especially not from COVID, because it's not pleasant. if you've seen any of the footage on it. And being a nurse, I know too much. I don't want to go through that. It's a horrible way to die, because usually if you have breathing problems, you're not with it when you die. But all these people, all the nurses that I've talked to have said that when these COVID patients die, they're fully alert and awake. They can't get any, they can't breathe, and they're in pain. It hurts. They say it feels like glass in your lungs. So no, I don't want that. So anyways, just, it's a lot being a cancer patient in a pandemic. It effing sucks. I'm just gonna tell you, it sucks. I'm at home. This is my room. I will, after I clean it or get it semi-clean, I'll show you my craft room. I have my Murphy bed that I sleep on, and I'm trying to, keep my distance as much as I can. I'm glad I have this room because it is very cheerful. It makes me feel good. But I'll show it to y'all once I get some of the junk picked up. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. If y'all have questions, just send them to me. I'll try to answer them best I can, when I can. Like I said, this whole thing I'll probably go to sleep for a few hours after this, just because I'm just doing my hair and makeup probably just wiped me out, because I literally was bent over the countertop because my back was spasming. And so yeah, I'm gonna probably go take a Flexeril and get something to eat and then take a nap. So I'll try to update y'all at least once a week, or if any changes happen. So I love you all. I miss everybody. I miss being able to hug people. So y'all be safe. Please wear your mask. Please wash your hands. And that's it. Thanks. Bye.